The Omen's long-awaited but unnecessary modern revamp serves up predictable scares, but plenty of promise for a first-time feature director and up-and-coming star. The First Omen's macabre atmosphere and hellish visuals aren't quite enough to sustain yet another generic horror revamp. Director Akasha Stevenson makes her feature debut for the first entry into the pinnacle Antichrist horror franchise, which admittedly already has a spotty history, in 18 years after. Richard Donner's terrifying 1976 original, which is dripping with enough subtext and spooky chanting to rival The Exorcist. A number of underwhelming sequels and a 2006 reboot followed almost 2 decades later. Stevenson daringly attempts to revive the chilling religious horror with its most iconic character, Damien, the son of the devil himself, nowhere in sight. Instead, likable newcomer Nell Tiger-Free stars as Margaret Dano, an American devout Christian who is sent to an orphanage in Rome to become a nun. There, she discovers a sinister conspiracy to birth the Antichrist on Earth to drive fearful sinners back to the church in droves. Taking place in the weeks leading up to Damien being handed off to unsuspecting couple Robert and Catherine Thorne, Gregory Peck and Lee Remick, The First Omen has an intriguing premise that quickly falls victim to familiar horror trappings. While its 1970s setting and Catholic iconography stand out from the usual crowd of Conjuring copycats, most of the scares here are woefully contrived and nothing horror heads won't have seen before. Obligatory moments from the original classic are played out with only casual attempts to amp up the tension or reinvent them. Though the franchise delightfully leaned into unconventional slasher fare, gruesome and ridiculous kills either by happenchance a la Final Destination or a hard stare from Damien. Very little of that is present in this austere retelling.